Steve, you said it was important we didn't lose today, and we didn't. So what's your assessment of it all?
First half, good. I liked it. You know, we were trying to catch them on the break. And it worked because we were just sucking them in to play square balls, which their manager just told me. And we caught them 2 or 3 times and we ended up scoring from one of them square balls. Second half, frustrated because we didn't put our foot on the ball and make that extra pass, which comes down to a little bit of composure. I told them at half time that they didn't need to go out and win the game. We already had the game in the bag, sort of thing, and they needed to win so we could catch them on the break. And it proved it in the final minute when we've gone down the right, you know, after 2 quick passes, broke down the right, crossed it, and we should have scored. You know, if we'd done that more in the second half, we'd have created more chances. You know, Joe Taylor had a couple of stretching headers, but that's come from 2 or 3 passes and getting it wide, getting in the box and filling the box, which we didn't do enough in the second half. We panicked a little bit, which was a bit disappointing, but again, it's another point gained.
Certainly they came out fighting in the second half, and then after that, first 10 minutes, quarter an hour, they were pretty good, and then I thought the game got a bit scrappy, and you're absolutely right, we could have won it right at the death. Would that perhaps have been a bit of a steal? Was a draw a fair result? It
would have been a steal, but I would have taken that. You know, at the end of the day, they had to win the game. We wanted to win the game. There's a difference, you know. We still keep the same amount of points difference to them, same amount of games, sort of thing. So they had to win. And I said to the players that if you're composed and relaxed, when they throw bodies forward, we'll catch them on a counter-attack. And it's happened to us numerous times this season. We've played lovely football, given it away, and people have caught us on the counter-break and punished us. And we didn't do that enough in the second half. So it was a case of not sitting there soaking up pressure, just play your normal game. And we didn't do that. We tended to sit back, not under our instructions, sit back, lash at the ball, give cheap free kicks away, which is where their goal come from. So they've done the opposite to what was asked. But I won't hammer them because we've all got to stick together. We've all got to be in it. And it's what's that now? That's 8 points out of 15. You know, we was looking for 10, which if we had won today, but that's 8 points out. That's 8 points out of 15, and we're still a bit of distance away from other teams, albeit they're not far from us. You know, we've got games there that we can go and win and make sure we're safe.
First half, I thought our midfield was terrific.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but the goal came from a change of system. You know, when their player got booked, I ended up sticking Marvin up front with Joe sitting in behind him. And we scored straight away from that because it used Marvin's pace, exploited them with that. But the midfield were very good. I thought the second half we lost a little bit of relaxation, if you like, on the ball, or composure. Composure is a good word, because if they'd done that, a couple of passes, we would have opened them up because they threw so many bodies forward. But you can't do what you want players to do. They have to do it themselves. You know, you can give them instructions and they have to do it themselves. So at the end of the day, we've got a point. It's a game that they had to win. You know, we've probably, if I'm being honest, don't know results at the moment, I haven't looked at them, but we've probably got to win 3 out of 10. You know, they've probably got to win 7 out of 10. So there's a big difference there. You know, and like I say, if we just keep plugging away and nicking points here and there, 3 would have been great, but we didn't. We got 8 points. Which earlier in the season, would we have got that? No, because we would have been lovely football, gung-ho and caught. But today I wanted us to catch them, and second half we couldn't do it.
Their goal, it was a strange one in a way, wasn't it? A very low, drilled along the ground free kick. Did that kind of deceive us? Did we get caught out by that?
Well, it's first of all, the free kick given away was unnecessary because the player was going wide of the goal, out of play, just need to defend it properly, shoving the back. Players go over so easy now that he's going to fall over. They get a free kick, and it's not even drilled in. It's just placed in. And Tommy's been great for me in that little position near post. He won 3 or 4 great headers today from their good crosses. And that one there, he got asked to go out and mark on the edge of the box. And I just said to him after, his job for me in the team is to do that little point area where anything comes in, he can deal with it. And he got caught between 2 spaces and it's just gone in the back of the net. You know, it's a frustrating goal, but it's a goal, and you just got to take it on the chin, so to speak. But again, we got up the other end, and we should have scored right at the end.
Tell us about Mitchell and Simon. What's the latest on it?
Well, Simon, again, Lawrence Ball on Tuesday broke and dislocated his finger, so he went and had his cast off yesterday. and they said to him that if he knocks it again or falls on it, he'll be out for a month and have to have an operation. So that's why he didn't play today. Simon Cox, I got a phone call from Farnborough at 6:30 last night saying that they wanted him back today. And I just basically told them they were being unfair, because let me know at 6:30 if they want a player back to sit on their bench. Anyway, the assistant manager Lee Dynan, he basically turned around and said that he's sorted it out and he can come with us tomorrow, but he's on their bench on Tuesday. I've got to wait for a conversation with him and them over the weekend to see what's going on with that. So I have more news beginning next week about that. And Mitchell, it's agreed in principle that he's signing for us till the end of the season with Bromley. Just got to wait to put pen to paper. But Charlie Cohen, their secretary, putting all the paperwork together. But Bromley have agreed to let him to have us till the end of the season, which is good news as well.
That is good news. I mean, I have to say, the situation with Farnborough being where they are, pretty desperate, isn't it? Right down the bottom of the Conference South. You always kind of think they're going to want Simon back at any time.
Well, he's their player. He's their player, you know, and they sent him out to get games. And that's what happens when you do dual reg. You know, you're on the hiding nothing, because if they're doing well, they don't want him. If they're struggling, they'll look to call him back. Now, he's been good for us, very good, and I just have to go with what they want, sort of thing, which is the risk you take on a dual registration. So we'll see what happens, but I'm hopeful that we can get it sorted out, because they're looking at a couple of players as well, Farnborough, to bring in on loan, which if they do get them, then hopefully he can stay with us. But I'll have more news on that next week.
Okay, thanks for that. And really tough game here at Longmead again, one for the crowd to look forward to. Bognor, probably not out of the playoff contentions, had a great win at Kingstone, didn't they, the other day. So that's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
Bognor are a good footballing side. You know, they work hard and they can score goals. So the thing is, it'd be good for the fans. The fans were fantastic again today. I've got to just mention them, because the football we're playing at the minute, it might be exciting in the final third, but leading up to that, it might look like that we're just smashing balls, but we're not. We're trying to turn teams in areas to make them defend. So I just want to make that sure. It's not long hoofball. We're turning teams, and if you look at some of the quality balls that Lee Carey was putting in today out wide, that's the sort of balls I want put in. And then we've got to hurt them from there and put good deliveries in the box, which we have been doing over previous games. I just feel that I don't want them to get upset. There ain't the pretty football that we have been playing early part of the season. Pitches dictate that, and at the moment we can't be doing that, and they understand it. You know, a lot of them are with them, and I wish I could have gone up and shook every one of their hands, and I should have done that driving home. I thought I should have done that, because it's a long journey for them to come, and they supported us well, you know, right to the end, and that wasn't a pretty game of football, you know. But I'm going to tell them now, I'm not looking for the pretty football. I'm looking to get results, and if that means turning teams to get throw-ins, to get corners, to get second balls, and then add that bit of quality in that final third, which I think we've done in the goals we've scored recently. I hope they stay behind us, and I'm sure they will. And like I say, next week we've got Bognor, which is going to be a tough game, and as long as they stay with us like they've been doing, hopefully we'll give them something to cheer come sooner rather than later, to keep us in the Ryman Premier next year.
Brilliant, thanks a lot, Steve.
Cheers, Jim.
Thanks,
Thanks, mate.